Hey, what's going on YouTube? Marine X back at it again. Black Friday is literally, we're like a couple of days away. Finally, we can stop talking about all these pre-Black Friday deals. I guess finally, not technically, because once again, I'm back at it with more pre-Black Friday deals for you guys. These are some deals that I found myself, were sent to me by companies. I was just perusing the internet. Some of this stuff I will be buying. Some of this stuff I already own. Some of this stuff that are going to be going on my wish list and being sent to Danny Lene. So that way, if she wants to have a freaking panty dropper for the equivalent for me, these are the things that we're looking for. So let's jump into some of these. First off, we got to talk about my type of stuff. Shameless self-promotion. Everything on my website, 20% off. Use the code MarineX20. That is linked in the description down below. One of the hottest selling items on my website of all times is the EDC sliding storage box. This thing here gets the job done. And one thing I like about this thing is I personally use it to keep all of my little Google accounts, the two-factor identification. I use a USB-C when I log into those, so no one can hack into any of my accounts or anything like that. But you can keep REs in inside of these things. So just whatever you guys are up to. So check that out. Link is in the description down below as well. But we got to jump into some of these other deals as well. So of course, I like talking about man cave stuff, survival stuff, and EDC stuff. But Midland, this is my go-to company when it comes to my emergency radios. If I need to know if there's a tornado watch in the area, a thunderstorm watch, the power goes out, this is what I put in my bags. Now, there are tons of these survival companies that will put all sorts of stuff in these kits. The one that I depend on is Midland. Use code BF23 and that's going to get you a discount on their website. This is some of the most premium radios that you can get out there for the national weather. But listen, they're still not as cheap as Amazon deals when it comes to Midland. So, you know, here I threw some in the cart just to kind of show you what the kind of discount you would get here. So if I go to my cart, I throw that code in here. And let's see if I go to checkout, how much that actually get me down to. So total savings gets me down to $59.50 for one of my favorite radios for them. But if I go to actual Amazon, I can also check out some additional deals if I want to deal with the Midland website, or if I just want to directly be able to go with Amazon's return policy. $39.99 is a Black Friday deal for the ER210 emergency compact crank radio. So this thing here is not as beefy as the one that I prefer to carry, which is the ER310, but it doesn't cost as much. And you can still use it for AM, FM, and still get the weather band, the emergency radios, the National Weather Service, and all of that good stuff. Make sure you keep these in your 72-hour bags, your blackout kits, and all of that good stuff. We also got to talk about Hoto. I talked about this deal last week. Now, when I posted this deal initially, I got this thing all the way down to $11 and some change. That was only for the black one, okay? But now you can grab yourself the Hoto, whether it be in this Cinnabar red, or you can also grab it in this dark turquoise or the black color. They're all $15.98 plus a 15% off coupon. That's not going to get you down to the $11 price like last week, but this is still a great price for a 24-in-1 precision screwdriver with a little bit of swag factor. This is a manual screwdriver. You want to put this in your EDC kit. You want to give it to that electronic head in your life, somebody that likes to tinker with their own electronics or to take apart their own multi-tools or knives. This is something that you can buy, especially for a gift. You know, somebody's in EDC. Keep this on your desk. Keep this with your knives. You're ready to rock and roll. I have featured the Victorinox nail clipper deal, whether it be the solo nail clipper or the one that's in the actual sack multi-tool. But that's, you know, some people complained about the price, even though it's not that pricey. But this here is I've never heard of the O2, the OUTU keychain nail clipper. It has over 350 ratings, 4.3 stars, $11.99. That's the lowest price that I've seen in months for this thing. It has scissors. It has a little knife on it. I don't know how good the knife is, but you know, the biggest thing that people probably care about are the nail clippers. I don't know why they're getting so crazy popular right now when it comes to the EDC community. I guess if you're sitting around, you're at a soccer game, you're bored out of your mind or something like that, it might be nice to be able to just whip this out and use it as you see fit. Now, I use an original Toughhook for my chest rig. I also like to use it for any of my super heavy survival bags. Don't just go, you can use a hero clip, okay? You guys know I'm all over the hero clips freaking scrotum sack. But when it comes to making sure that my stuff is hanging up. It's going to be exactly where I want it to be. My chest rig is hanging on a Toughhook, $15.96, 36% off. You shouldn't buy this at $24. So it normally hovers around $19.99. But that's still a pretty good deal. You can get it in all sorts of colorways. You can check it out, whichever one you want. If you have a heavy survival kit, you want to put your emergency equipment, you want to put your chest rig, you can do any of that type of stuff here and not worry about the hanger snapping in half or your hero clip or your carabiner not being able to handle that type of weight. Make sure you rig your stuff out properly. Now, you guys know that this awesome precision screwdriver that is normally sold by, I think, what, Urban EDC or whatever that website is called, is normally 99 bucks. It's always sold out. Where here is the PIE. Now, Autumn is the brand name, is the actual trademark name, which is owned by the Saudi Arabians for this same material. PEI is the material, which is Autumn. Autumn is the brand name. Here's a no-name knockoff by, never heard of it before, no ratings, but $36.79. If you just have to have this swag factor with the swivel and the spinny bit head and all that type of stuff, I'm gonna order one. I'm gonna try it out. It's 1/3 the price. It's in stock. And you can grab it and not spend $99 just to have a little bit of Autumn swag. They can't call it Autumn. Hey guys, the links in the description, most of those are affiliates. Some of them are not. Some of them are just GP. But you might want to jump on them sooner than later because some of these seem to disappear very, very quickly. We also have the HRX. These are the kind of like they call them the EDC pill bottles, but you can put whatever you want inside of there, whatever can fit that you might need inside of these things. But if you know that you take the same specific pills every single day, put this on your keychain, put this on, put this in your kit. Make sure you don't forget your crap at home. Keep yourself healthy or whatever you need it for. Make sure you grab this, $9.59. That's 44% off, normally $16.99. No one buys this for $16.99. When I snagged these, I think they were like $12.99. So you're still getting about 30% off even the price that I paid. And you can even look at the bigger sizes if you want. But, kind of keep these in, and they kind of stay within the EDC styling as well. I'm buying this, okay? I'm always on the hunt for a multi-charging cable. I saw the lever one. I have the 4-in-1 cable. Finally, something that's very compact that I can just slip into my EDC pouch, and it gives me a little bit of swag factor. The one that I currently have, it works, but it's USB type A. It doesn't charge that fast. If I'm gonna have something that doesn't charge that fast, give me some freaking swag factor. So now I can get this multi-charging cable, $12.79, 20% off. This is a Black Friday deal. This is also going to be able to use for all my, I have a MacBook Pro and I can use it for my phone. I still have an iPhone with a lightning cable, so I may not be able to use it for that, but I can use it for everything else, which is all I really care about. I'm pretty sure they have other stuff as well for if you want the lightning. Just go to their page and check it out, but that's a pretty good deal as well. You guys know I love me some TomTalk. I purchased this before. Full disclosure, TomTalk has sent me stuff in the past. They sponsor videos in the past. This is just me. Every time I see this deal, every time I see it below $40, you're going to see me talking about this. They just sent me a couple of bags, which I'm going to do a video about, which are blowing my freaking mind. But coming up, and look at this new EDC bag here. This is the original OG bag, $30.09, 30% off, which is a real deal because it always hovers around $41 with like a 10% coupon, which gets it to you for about 37 bucks. I will snag this as quickly as I could. I love this sling bag, especially if you don't mind having to wear the crossbody type of sling. This always works. One TomTalk bag that I tried out and I didn't do a video about, I'm not going to do a video about. TomTalk, you know, I love you guys, but I'm not going to do a video about this bag. But I did feature it on some live streams. This is the TomTalk 14-inch compact EDC sling bag. This is comparable to one of my favorite sling bags, which is the Nutsack wax canvas sling bag, which is like God tier for me. But the price is $189. You want the same type of sizing, right? You can definitely get this TomTalk 14-inch, which can fit a MacBook Pro, which my Nutsack cannot fit. Pause. This makes sense for you because you can throw this in here, 7-liter bag. I used this last year when I was putting Christmas lights on my house. Literally put this thing on my back, put all the freaking plastic things for the Christmas lights up and down the ladder. Everything stayed where I need it to be. I actually kind of like it, and I ended up giving the rest away to folks that follow me on the channel. $44.99, normally $65. I don't see people buying it at 65 bucks. Usually $56 is where you buy this thing at. 32% off is a Battalion price for this particular one. Don't buy it in this color. The kayak color looks kind of trash to me personally. Plus the Toughhook logo began to rub off a little bit. Just kind of keeping it real with y'all. But the black color I thought was very, very saucy. I haven't even seen the gray one. The gray one's getting grandpa excited if you want to check something out like that as well. Now, Daily Carry Company. Daily Carry Company, full disclosure, they sent me a ton of crap. May never do a video about them, may never make a live stream, but I just like to do full disclosure when companies send me stuff. They send me basically their entire line. They send me all their knives and all their pry bars. The thing that caught my attention, that grabbed me by the scrotum, were two different things. First off, it was this kind of like pouch looking thing here that's kind of made out of a canvas material, which I've been kind of rocking for the last couple of days. And then their titanium toothpicks, which have been coming in handy for the last couple of days when it comes to some of these meals. $20.99, 30% off, normally $29.99. Let's call it $30 to keep it real. Multiple colors. They sent it to me in titanium. They also sent it to me in black. This is actually kind of handy, y'all. I'm not going to lie to you, okay? This is one of those items where it's a little weird to have in your EDC until you're sitting at a freaking Twin Peaks watching the Twin Peaks walk by. And if you know what Twin Peaks are, you know what it is. And you got something in your teeth and you want to talk to a waitress, you need to pick that stuff out your teeth. Grab this, keep it in your set. It's stronger than the Victorinox toothpicks, and it's going to be durable and ready to rock and roll. Now, if you guys are the fidget heads out there, you got to have something to play with and fidget with and all that type of stuff. You can get yourself the metal fidget slider, magnetic haptic slider EDC. Trash name, super long name, but what is it? It's a fidget toy. Comes in multiple colors and makes and all that type of stuff. This is going to get you a very budget way to have a little bit of a fidget swag, a part of your EDC. You can have that type of stuff if you want to rock and roll with that. It's really up to you guys. You know, I don't personally need the fidget type of stuff, but I do understand it when it comes to, like, if you have depression or anxiety, or if you just really need that type of thing to play with to keep you from maybe smoking or something like that. Grab this, $19.18, 20% off, plus a clickable coupon to get you an additional 10% off, which seems like a pretty good deal for this thing overall. You're not spending the big money like 50, 60, 70 bucks just to fidget with some stuff. Now, Oite. Oite is an interesting beast. Oite did send me the new Oite Baton Pro 4, whatever. You know, super long name for a flashlight. Everybody and their mom has done a video on this flashlight with the new charging case, and I like it. I may or may not do a video, just really see how I feel about it. But the Oite Exploit Mini Tactical EDC pouch. This is just a roll. You can put your knives in here, your flashlights in here. $15.99, 20% off. This is the lowest price that I've seen this thing in. Take this on a trip. I don't know who's hanging their freaking knives up on a display when you get to your hotel room, but this way you have all your stuff in one place. It is water resistant. Of course, it's not going to be able to completely keep your stuff from getting wet, but you got the oil wax on here. You're going to have to re-wax this thing because this is a wax canvas for this actual cotton. But if you're about that type of stuff, 16 bucks, you're kind of out the door. You're kind of winning. That's looking really, really good. Now, Harbor Freight came out with the survival kit lately, which almost made me laugh out loud because it's this kit. It's this kit that everybody and their mom sells. I'm going to go to Harbor Freight and buy it and just show you that I've dealt with this kit tons of times before. This is a 142-piece survival kit, $31.95, plus a $10 clickable coupon. Makes it cheaper than Harbor Freight. The only thing that's beneficial about the Harbor Freight kit is you literally can go into a Harbor Freight and buy it. But if you just want some type of kit to keep in your car, most of the shit's not going to work that great, but it's going to be better than not having anything at all. I personally would buy this kit, keep it, and be glad that I have something if I'm stuck on freaking I-95 and it's cold outside versus not being able to have anything at all. All right, next up. Now, this is the Fantique. If I'm mispronouncing any of this stuff, just pound sand. They send this stuff to YouTubers all the time. They've offered to send me one. I told them I don't guarantee content. They didn't send it to me, but it seems to be a very good kit. Now, a comparable kit would be the Hoto kit, which I have right here. The Hoto kit, which is a mini precision screwdriver kit, doesn't have as many bits as the one that you're seeing here on the screen. This one here has 49 bits technically, plus the actual driver makes it a 50 in one tool. Tons of bits on here, security bits, Torx bits, Phillips and slotted, and everything that you need to kind of get the job done. $55. Let's call it $56 plus a 5% clickable coupon. That is the lowest price I've seen in a while. I'm not going to buy it because I already own several of these things. But if you don't want the Hoto kit, this has more power than my Hoto kit at 3.7 volts. You can use this to put together lightweight furniture, toys, take apart your knives and all that good stuff. That's a pretty good deal. And it's the #1 bestseller in these little mini precision power screwdrivers. Now, if you're okay with the manual screwdriver, I showed you the Hoto kit. It's probably going to sell out or the price is going to go up unless you're one of the early subscribers. If you're a member, I would recommend you be a member because you get these videos first. They probably already saw this before you, but you can also check this thing out. This is called the Fantasticar precision screwdriver. This is a manual one, but it has a little swivel. This gives you a little fidget factor with the magnetic driver handle for electronic repair, $20.79. It also comes with a ton of bits as well. So if you want to have something with some security bits, a bunch of T-bits and Phillips and all that type of stuff, this might be something for you. You might not be able to fit this directly in your EDC, but keep this on your desk as well if you need to take some stuff apart. Here's a company that rarely has sales. GRYO coming through with their 25% off holiday sale, and I am flabbergasted. This is one of my favorite water bottle kits to keep in my survival kits, because you can literally walk up to a creek like this freaking peasant is doing, put some water in there, use their filtration kit, and drink what you actually get from a stream or a pond. And it's a very good kit. Okay, now these things normally run between $99 and $124. These things are 25% off. It seems like almost site wide. So if you already have a GRYO kit, if you need to buy a new filter, or if you just want to buy some new colors, this is your chance. The 24-ounce bottle is a pretty big boy. It's almost comparable to a Nalgene bottle, even though Nalgene bottle holds more ounces. So if you want something more comfortable, I would recommend you get the 16.9 ounce, which is coming in at 71 bucks. But any of these are going to do for your survival kits. You can even use it for your everyday drinking. Just take the filter out because you don't want to freaking run too much water through that filter. Now, if you guys are all about your loadouts on your overland vehicles and all that type of stuff, Rome Adventure Company rarely has sales, especially on their tents. I don't use the tents and all that type of stuff. Whenever I do primitive camping, I just normally put a mosquito net over the bed of my truck and sleep in a sleeping bag, or I sleep in a 2-man tent on the ground. But if you want to sleep on top of your freaking rig, here's your chance to actually have a sale on their freaking rooftop tents, which is very rare. They also have a sale on their accessories, such as their blankets, their insulation, their showers, all that type of stuff. So if you're overlander heads, survival heads for your bug out locations, check this out as well. That's about 20% off on most of their items. Now, Rue, shout out to Rue. Full disclosure, they sent me one of these things out. I didn't think I would like it. I love it. It's in Danny Lene's vehicle. This is what I use to keep this thing back there. It's a collapsible gear. It's a gear holder, but it's fungible. You can stick it in all sorts of places, and they don't do sales very often. 15% off site wide. This thing seems pricey at $253, but I'm telling you the functionality of it. I have a video about everything that I keep in the emergency kit for the Weiss vehicle. Go check that video out. You can actually check this thing out. I think I might have to do a video about this thing. But it can be also stored in different ways. It's waterproof. You can throw it on a boat or a kayak, but it still does have the swag factor that I like about it, instead of having that hard Pelican case, which we all love. Speaking of the hard Pelican cases, if you're not about that Rue life, if you want to get something that's more traditional, here's the ultra rare Pelican sale. They don't have any of the new stuff on sale. The BX line, the TX line, that's not on sale. But the old school protector line, this is your time to get it. Stuff that for your cameras, your boomsticks. If you want to put your stuff inside of something protection case, it's TSA friendly. You can take this case, throw it underneath an aircraft. The stuff inside will be a-okay. Here's your chance. The protector cases are approximately, just depends on, some of the stuff is about 20% off, some of it a little bit less. For instance, the 1200 is normally $73. It's now $59, which is a pretty good savings. So you can check this out. Anything that might tickle your fancy. I particularly like these protector cases. One of my favorites, which is what I use for my big trading kits, my SHTF trading kits, is the 1660. You've seen I have it in green and I have it in black. Normally $482. It's $386.36. Seems pricey, but when you get it and you've had it for year 6, you're gonna realize, oh wow, this thing is lifetime worthy when it comes to this type of case. SOG is having a sale. Any knife in stock is 20% off. Okay. I'm not the biggest fan of SOG knives. There are some like SOG dedicated people that just love their knives, whether they're fixies, they're folders, whatever. So if you've been if there's a specific SOG knife that you've been interested in, if it's in stock, it's 20% off on their website. The discount is automatically taken before when you throw it into the cart. So anything, the Terminus, anything that you've been having your eye on, just click the link down below. See, the only one that kind of caught my attention is this one here, $31. So let's call it 32 bucks. But it's just still something about SOG that doesn't really just get my engine going. But I actually kind of like the way this looks. It reminds me of the CRKT tuna with different scales, but whatever, you might want to just check it out. Links in the description down below. If you like Vipertech, Vipertech is like Microtech, right? They're trying to bring you affordable OTF knives, and now they're doing 25% off site wide. Use code BF25 at checkout. But you can come here and get yourself an OTF, get yourself into that OTF game. If you're in the EDC game and you don't own an OTF, here's your chance. All sorts of knives on here that you might be interested in. Now, the one that I was interested in, and which I threw in the cart, was the black D2 clip pointed Mamba. It's normally $129, 25% off. I have it in the cart. I don't know if I'm going to check out. I want to see if I can find some reviews on it. But if I do check out, I know I'm getting 25% off. So link in the description down below if you want to check that out as well. Now, the West, why is the West, however you pronounce this, super popular. They have won several awards for having these just sleek, very functional pocket knives. And guess what? They are doing their actual sale 25% off the entire website, a very rare sale. And the most popular knife that they make is the microblade. $89 normally, but if you come in, you throw it in there for that 25% off. We go to the checkout process, $66.75. That is a price that you want to snag that up. Absolutely, because I rarely see these go on sale. So this is your opportunity to make that happen. Now, Kaiser has basically 25% off their entire website with the exclusion of a few knives. I'll leave the link in the description for you guys. Some stuff goes up to 50% off for some of their older stock. So if this is your chance, you want to get the Drop Bears, $95 on their website. If you want to get any of their other, like you can get the Sheepdog is $63. But if you don't want to deal with their website, I'll also leave the Amazon description as well. Sometimes you will find a better deal on their website versus Amazon. It just really depends. So here, the Drop Bear is $76. So you might want to buy this on Amazon versus their website. So check both before you actually check out, because you may find a better deal on one site versus the other one. Speaking of one site versus the other, Oite. Now, Oite started their sale last week. I did a video about that. Oite and Oite are not dummies, okay? They did Oite first. They got them out the gate. Some great response to that. Oite is coming through and they're sweeping up the rest, okay? Oite is coming through and laying their freaking scrotum out here, making the stuff happen. They just dropped this baton floor, for which everyone is talking about. As I mentioned earlier, this is your opportunity to get this thing for basically $69.99, or you can get it for $70.99 and just get it with the O pin, which I don't like at all. But if you want to get the O pin, here's your opportunity to get that thing as a bundle. Now, when I look at the Baton 4 Premium, there's some things I like about it. I'm going to compare it to the Woobin, the X3, because that also has a charging case you can buy. They're kind of neck and neck. We'll do a comparison video about that. But here's your chance. All sorts of stuff on sale on Oite's website. You got to just kind of go click through, see if there's anything that you're interested in, and snatch it up while you still can. If you don't want to deal with Oite's website, if you're not worried about the free gifts, even though they got some pretty good free gifts, I'm not going to lie to you. Of course, Oite is doing a major sale on Amazon as well. One of my favorite Oites is the Arcfeld. I'm okay with the green light, okay? But if you don't want the green light, you can get the UV version, which has 1,000 max lumens as well, for $59.99, which is a banger of a deal. So you have the normal flashlight, you have the UV light, which is good for looking for crummy stuff in your hotel rooms and all that type of stuff. So that's a really good deal as well. So just go through here, see if there's anything that's interesting for you for Oite, because they're having a major deal as Well, here's a rare one for you guys, a super rare one for you guys. Nutsack is offering 10% off any purchase over $200. Now that doesn't sound like a lot, but when I say they rarely offer discounts, I mean that. My discount only gets you $10 off any purchase, okay? This is getting you 10% off any purchase over $200. For instance, you get yourself the sling bag and the admin pouch, which is pictured here. That's going to take you almost $250. 10% coupon is going to knock off almost, you know, it's going to knock off easily 25, 30 bucks off your purchase. Depends on how much you spend. They rarely do sales. This is my favorite sling bag. It's getting, you know, it's oftentimes almost getting dethroned, but this is your opportunity. If you've been trying to find yourself the Nutsack sling bag or the man bag, damn it, or their wallets or anything else, this is when you jump on it. Use the code in the description. That's going to help you out to save a little bit of money. You just got to spend more than 200 bucks, plus you'll get free shipping. Comment down below, are there any other last minute Black Friday, or let's call it pre-Black Friday deals that I'm missing? Comment down below, let me know about those. I would love to check them out as well. If this is your first time stopping by, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you part of the battalion. If this is not your first time stopping by, well, thank you once again for stopping by, watching me run my grade. For everyone else, we'll speak soon.